Hello everyone, welcome to Botany Option channel for the UPSC examination. In today's video, we are going to see the general characters of the gymnosperm. Now this has been given in your paper number 1 and unit number 3. Alright. So the very first characteristic we are going to discuss is a distribution. Now it is very important to know how the gymnosperms are distributed worldwide. Alright. Now see, the gymnosperms are widely distributed in a cold climate of temperate as well as dry and arid climate of the tropics, while some gymnosperms are also found in the Arctic region. Now here in the diagram you can see these are the temperate zones, alright, and below this near the equator we have tropical zones. So these are the tropical zones and these are the temperate zones, alright. Now as you know, temperate zones are somewhat cooler in nature, while the tropical zones are dry in nature, right? Now, gymnosperm are found in a temperate region as well as the tropical region, all right? Not only the gymnosperm found in the temperate region, but also the tropic region. And above this, some gymnosperms are also found in an Arctic area. That means literally gymnosperm are found all over the world, all right? So the gymnosperms are distributed from temperate to tropics, and some gymnosperms are also found in the Arctic areas. All right. Now, second characteristic of gymnosperm is their habit. All right. Gymnosperms are mostly perennials, xerophytes, and evergreen in nature. They grow as woody trees, bushy shrubs, or rarely as climbers. Now, gymnosperms are perennial in nature. Now, what is meant by perennial? Now, those are plants which live more than 2 years in their life cycle, it is called the perennials. So, mostly gymnosperms are perennial in nature. Secondly, they are the xerophytic. Xerophytic plants are those plants which can live in dry conditions. Alright, that is generally xerophytes we find in the desertic conditions, right? Gymnosperm also has a typical characteristic of xerophytes that they can grow in dry conditions. Plus, they are the evergreen. They always, throughout the year, they remain the green in color. That is, they are the evergreen. They never shed their leaves. They grow as a woody trees. Now, in the picture, you can see these plants can grow as a woody trees, contain the woods, a very strong wood, as well as the bushy shrubs. Now, shrubs are those plants which has a very average height plus lots of leaves, which these leaves are compactly arranged with each other. Shrubs are comparatively very low in height as compared to the trees. All right. So some gymnosperms also are the shrubs, while rarely the gymnosperms can also be the climbers. All right. So you should note this. Rarely there are some gymnosperm which are also has a climber habit. All right. Now the next characteristic is a plant body. Now gymnosperm has a sporophytic plant body and it is differentiated into root, stem and leaves. That is, the whole body of gymnosperm is a sporophytic in nature, and the body is typically differentiated into the root, stem and leaves. All right. All these essential parts are present in the gymnosperms. All right. So gymnosperm plant body is a sporophytic in nature and differentiated into the root, stem and leaves. Now let's talk about the size found in a gymnosperm. Now see, gymnosperms include the world's tallest tree, that is the Sequoia. You may have know this, measuring about 125 meters in height and 30 meters in the girth. While the smallest gymnosperm is a Zamia pygmiea, which grow some inches, right? Now in the first picture, you can see here the giant trees of an sequoia, all right? These sequoia trees can attain the height of 125 meters, plus their girth can be the 30 meters, all right? So these are the world's largest growing plants still present on the earth. Some of them have a life of thousands of years, all right? Now in the second picture, you can see here the plant of Zamia pygmiea. Now this plant can grow in some inches only. That is, the gymnosperms ranges from the Zamia pygmea to the sequoia. That is, they are very varied in size. All right. How is the root system present in the gymnosperm? Gymnosperms have a taproot system. Okay, you should note it down. Gymnosperm has a taproot system. In some cases, roots are symbiotically associated with the algae. Now, such roots are called the Caralloid roots, or sometimes it associated with the fungus, and such a root is called as the mycorrhizal roots. As you know, gymnosperms gymnosperms typically have taproot system. Plus, if they form the symbiotic association with algae, then such a type of roots is called as the Caralloid roots. Now, symbiotic association, as we have discussed in the previous videos as well, it is a relationship in which the both the partners get benefited, right? So, algae form the association with the gymnospermic roots are called the Caralloid roots, and there are some fungus which also form the symbiotic association with the roots of gymnosperm, and such a root is called as the mycorrhizal root. All right. So in a root system, if there is a question on root system of the gymnosperm, first of all, you have to generally mention the gymnosperm has a taproot system, and in a specific cases, if it has a symbiotic association with the algae, then it's called the Carolite roots, and if it has a symbiotic association with the fungus, then it's called the mycorrhizal roots. All right. Now let's see about the stem of gymnosperms. Now stem is usually erect, that means it is present above the ground and it grows straight upward, and branched, like the stem has a branches, alright, or sometimes it is unbranched, like in the cycads, alright. The superficial surface of an stem shows the presence of leaf scales, alright. Now here in the picture one you can see it is a branch gymnosperm, and in this picture number two we have cycad here, which is an unbranched gymnosperm, alright. So the gymnosperm which showing the branches are also present, and gymnosperm which do not show the branching are also present in a gymnosperms. Alright. Now these stems, now see here, these stems shows the scales, leaf scales. That is the once upon a time there were leaf, but now they do not have leaf on that place, and that place leaves the leaf scale. So the typical stem of a gymnosperm also shows the leaf scales. Alright. Now, the next important character of an gymnosperm is their leaves. Now, leaves may be monomorphic or dimorphic. Monomorphic means leaves are of only one type, and dimorphic means leaves are of two types. Now, whenever there is a two types of leaves, they are the foliage leaves plus scale leaves. All right, that is two types of leaves in a dimorphic plant. The dimorphic leaves consist of a foliage leaves and the scale leaves. Now, in the first and the second picture, you can see the leaves of the gymnosperm. In a pinus-like plant, these leaves are modified into the needle-like structure. All right. So, in leaves, the gymnosperm may have monomorphic leaves, that is only one type of leaf, or dimorphic leaves, that is the two types of leaves. One is the foliage and second is the scale leaves. All right. Now, next is the leaves arrangement. Now, leaves on the stems are usually present in a spiral manner. All right, they are present spirally. You can see in the picture they are present in a spiral nature. The foliage leaves in some conifers are modified into the long narrow needles. Now you can see here the foliage leaves are completely converted into the long narrow like needles. All right, so the leaves arrangement is generally spiral in nature in gymnosperms. All right. Now, the next important characteristic feature of a gymnosperm is their vascular bundle. Now, gymnosperms has a conjoined, collateral, and the open vascular bundles. They are arranged in a rings. Now, in both the diagrams, you can see here the vascular bundles are conjoined plus they are collateral and open. All right. Now, in gymnosperm, the secondary growth is occur in stem as well as in the root. That is, the cambium is present and the xylem and phloem are differentiated. And the secondary growth takes place in gymnosperm, not only in a stem but also in a root. All right. Now, let's say about the wood of the gymnosperm. Now, some gymnosperm has a monozylic wood, while the other gymnosperm has a pycnozylic wood. Now, there are two types of wood found in a gymnosperm. First is the monozylic wood, and second is the pycnozylic wood. These are differentiated depending upon how the cambium works. In monozylic leaves, the cambium activity is short-lived, while in a pycnozylic wood, it is an long-lived. activity of an cambium. That is, the monozylic wood and the pycnozylic wood is differentiated upon the cambium activity. All right. Now there are many differences between the pycnozylic wood and the monozylic wood, but we will cover the difference between these two in a separate video. All right. For now, you just have to remember that the wood in a gymnosperm is of two types, that is the monozylic wood and the pycnozylic wood. All right. Now let's talk about the spores of an gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are usually heterosporous, producing the male microspore and the female megaspore, which are born inside the sporangia. That is, gymnosperms are generally heterosporous, producing the two kinds of spores. One of them is a male microspores, and others are megaspores. All right. So micro and megaspores are both kind of spores are produced by the gymnosperm, and hence we call them as a heterosporous plants. All right. Now let's talk about the cones of the gymnosperms. Now in some gymnosperms, cones are monosporangiate, while in others they are bisporangiate. Now monosporangiate means containing only the one type of sporangia, that is either male or female sporangia. All right. Now in a bisporangia may contain the male plus female spores in a one sporangia. All right. So the gymnosperm has a two types of sporangia, that is the monosporangia or bisporangia. All right. Now the male cones in gymnosperms are short-lived, while the female cones are long-lived. Now, generally, we have male cones and the female cones in a gymnosperm, that is the monosporangiate gymnosperm, while the male cones are very short-lived, but the female cones are live for a very longer period of time. All right. So this is a very typical characteristic of gymnosperm. Now let us see about the pollination in gymnosperm. In gymnosperm, pollination is anemophilous pollination. All right. That means the pollination in gymnosperm takes place with the help of wind. That is, typical gymnospermic pollination is a anemophilous pollination. Now let's see about the fertilization. In gymnosperm, fertilization occurs by the sphenogamy. Sphenogamy literally means the male sperms are carried to the female egg via pollen tube, right? When the male when the male sperms reach the female egg through the pollen tube, such a type of fertilization we called it as a sphenogamy. So in gymnosperm, the fertilization is a sphenogamous type of fertilization. All right. Now, gymnosperms are the only seed plants without the flowers. Now, as you know, gymnosperms only produce the seeds. Gymnosperms do not produce the flowers, right? Now, gymnosperms are the only plants which produce the seeds without the flowers, because plant groups like algae, bryophyta, then pteridophyta do not possess the seed, but the gymnosperm only produce the seed, right? But on the other hand, these gymnosperm do not produce the flower or fruit, right? So gymnosperms are the only seed-bearing plants without the flowers. All right. Gymnosperm does not produce any fruit. They only produce the seeds. That is, the seeds does not covered by the fruit, and hence the name gymnosperms has been given to them. Right. Gymnos means naked, while sperma means seed. That is the one which have the naked seed without covering without any covering. That is, they do not possess any fruit. All right. Now, in the evolution, gymnosperms were evolved from the pteridophytes, but they also shows the close similarity with the angiosperms as well. That is, the gymnosperm shows some similarity with the pteridophytes, as well as again shows some. That is, the gymnosperm shows some similarity with the pteridophytes, and gymnosperm again has some characteristics of angiosperms as well. That is, they are rightly placed between the pteridophytes and the gymnosperms. Pteridophytes, on the one hand, do not have seeds. Now, angiosperm, on the other hand, have seed plus fruit, right? But gymnosperm in between has only the seed. So, in evolution, from the evolution point of view, the gymnosperms were evolved from the pteridophytes, but they also show some similarity with the angiosperms. All right. All these points were gathered from some valuable books which are representing the gymnosperms. Now the link of these books were given in a description box. If you want to purchase them, you can click on that link and directly purchase these books. All right. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please like the video. If you have any doubt, please comment in comment box. Please share this video with your friends who are studying the botany subject, and please subscribe to the Botany Optional channel for the UPSC examination. Again, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.